Okay, sure. So let me start with every participant here together with me. Whenever you would like to start a thesis, the first thing that you will write is for sure not a table of content, not abstract and things like that. You will go into your experimental chapters. For example, a chapter that's having some results. Okay. In that case, okay, now let's say I am trying to prepare chapter 3. Okay, and my chapter 3 is talking about the development of solid dispersion, my subject. Okay, so if this is my chapter, and let me just get some content. I just get my biodata as the content. Okay, so can you please prepare the same thing so that you will follow me very closely. Okay, then you would like to actually put this into chapter 1 or chapter 2 or chapter 3, label it, and then you will number it, right? So what you do is you go to this home button that you can see this bullet of multi-level list. Okay, so you choose this one. Okay, with without any heading assigned. Okay, of course, if you would like to choose anything that is designed by Microsoft, you can do so. All right. So now my chapter title is actually the development of solid dispersion. Okay, and I have this number 1. Okay, and then I do the same for my content. Okay, but my content, let's say, is introduction. Okay. And however, I would like that to be in, okay, now the introduction is in number 2. So if I need to make it to 1.1, I just hit the button of tab. Okay, you just hit the button of tab. Okay, and then you will get into 1.1. Okay, 1.1. Okay, then how to make your first point into chapter? So what you do is you right click and you do adjust list indent. Okay, from here, it is very important that you need to see here, enter format for number. Okay, now we are in level 1. Okay, first level. Okay, so this is chapter. Level 1 is chapter, for example, chapter 1. Okay, let's say chapter 1. Chapter 1. Okay, and if you look at some other things like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, start at number 1. Yes. Okay, and here I'd like to go for space and link to any level. Do you want to name it to any level? If you name it to any level, later on, that style of level will be used for figure and table. So if you have no style for now, let's say, if you do not have any style, then the later, when you go to figure and equation, then they will say they cannot find it because there is no assigned task. Okay, so you link to any level. So I link to level number 1. Okay, only chapter 1 link to level number 1. Okay, then okay, so that will become chapter 1. Okay, so I just put it in the middle maybe. Okay, and if you look at here, 1.1, this 1.1 look a little bit of annoying, right? If you notice, why is it annoying? Because they have this indent, means they go a little bit inside the Word document. Initially, I want to put them here, but they go a little bit inside. So what you do is you go to the adjust indent, right? You look at here, the text indents and things like that. If you do not like to have anything, you just put everything into 0. Okay, put everything into 0. And then set for all level, for other level. Let's say, because when you put 1.1, it go a little bit inside, and then 1.2 a little bit more inside, 1.3 a little bit more inside, and you go to 1.5, then you will be in middle. Okay, you do not want that to happen. So so you do set for all level. Then they will ask you, set for all level, what do you mean, right? Is it bullet number that you want to be 0, or is it the text position that you want to be 0, or is it anything that you want to be 0? Just put everything 0. Okay. Then you can see this box itself, they already try to adjust everything back. Okay. So you just hit an OK. Then they will go back. Okay. So let's say if now I have another one, 1.2, they will go back, right? And 1.2.1, let's say. Okay, 1.2. Okay, 1.111. 1.111, and everything will from the very, very left itself. So that is very important. If you have set that from beginning, then you wouldn't need to change after you have combined all your thesis. Okay. So let's say what I was just doing now, just now. So 1.11. Okay, I would like to have some content. You know, this is a workshop. Okay. You go to your navigation and you found out that this navigation pane has nothing shows. So what you need to do, it shows only chapter 1, right? Which is this one, first one. But 1.1 is not there, 1.11 is not there. What you need to do is go to this outline. Can you look at this view, outline view? Okay, you just hit the outline. You will see whatever your document in this form. Okay, in this format, it is trying to tell you, if you look at this part, it is trying to tell you whether this is body text or this is title. Okay, of course, chapter 1 it should be level 1, right? Level 1. So it will go back to the very, very right. Okay, and this 1.1 should be second level, level 2. Okay, 1.11 level 3. Okay, and this one 1.2 is also level 2. Okay, level 2. 1.21 is also level 3. Okay, and you can start to see the navigation here. And these navigations, okay, and you have to make sure this one is body text. Okay, can you see here, body text? Okay, when you know that they are body text, then they are not later when you create your table of content, they will not include in the table of content, because in the table of content, they will only include those plus points that within the label that you can usually see in the navigation pane. Okay, so now I close this outline view, and this is, again, this is your normal document. Okay, right, insert, let me use normal table and go to numbering, insert chapter number. Okay, and see if they will, yeah, now it's correct. If I get another picture again within the body text, it cannot be having any format. Again, another picture again, nephew, if you guys still remember him. Okay, I put nephew inside my right tab. Okay, and then I'm going to label this picture. Again, insert captions. Okay, and this is figure. Okay, below the item, correct, and numbering, remember numbering. And you include chapter number, and you say okay, and say this is a graduated student, right? And then okay, and it will come automatically, and the whole picture is formatted. Okay, so now we are good to go. Okay, we know how to insert number. How about equation? You know, some of you have done a lot of equation, like you know, body mass index is being calculated by the equation below, for example, right? But I will always encourage my students, don't say below or above, just quote the equation 1, 2, 3, or 4. So in doing the equation, what you will need to do is, again, insert one line of table. Okay, then go to your equation, insert equation. Where's equation? Here. Okay, I go for equation, maybe this is the equation I want to pick. Okay, this is the equation that I want to put. And here, okay, in the right hand side, the box, go to this, I think, yeah, reference, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, insert caption. Can you see insert caption? It's the same thing as a figure and table. Just a figure and table, you can choose them. But then in equation, you have to go to the references and then insert caption. Okay, you insert. But then they will come out this exactly the same box as picture and table. What you will do is just select equation. Okay, again, same thing, go to numbering and then chapter included and then okay. You just press okay. Okay, the whole equation here, you move here. Okay, and usually when you do for equation, try to make it right hand side. Okay, and you will try to adjust also here. Sorry. Okay, adjust this one. Okay. And when you are ready to present, you have to, you know, create no border for this equation. So this is your equation. It will look like this. Okay. Okay, I think this is pretty much everyone knows what to do, which is the numbering 1.1, 1.2, insert figure, insert table number, and insert equation number, right? Okay, now the thing is, how do you associate, what do you call this? Let's say now I said this is figure 1.1. So I want to say body mass index is being calculated by equation 1.1. Okay, because later on, you know, sometimes your supervisor, they like to change. I don't want this equation. This one, take off. No need. And then this 1.1, the next equation become 1.1. So then your whole text is going to be changed. Okay, so if it's possible, try to start from 0, means at this point of time, you already make them cross-reference. So what you do is you select the equation that you want to put, or you just put the cursor, okay, of where you want to put this equation, go to references again, and then go to find cross-reference. Where is the cross-reference? I think this one, maybe? Yeah, insert cross-reference. Can you see insert cross-reference? Click it. Then they will ask you which cross-reference are you talking about? There are a lot. Then you say, I want to talk about equation. Okay, there's only 1.1. Okay, then just select that and then insert and close. Okay, so you see this 1.1 is already being inserted in this body text. Okay, in this text. For example, now if I have a very long text like this, okay, blah, blah, blah. And this equation is sit in between the text. So when your supervisor has asked you to change whatever, and if you need to change this one by one, I mean, if you are PhD, I mean, if you are FYP, still okay, you can do it manually. If you are master, you are half that. If you are PhD, I think it's quite impossible, but I don't know how many PhD has actually gone through all this technique of doing. Okay, now let's say if I change, I insert the, okay, so next time, if you need to insert another equation, don't make a big hassle again, start from the 0 from what I said just now, just copy, highlight, copy, and paste, right? And paste, okay? And then let me just get rid of some so that you can see very clearly, right? Let me make nephew smaller so we can see clearly, right? Okay, so now we can see 2 is here. So obviously, if you insert another new one here, okay, I try to make it different so that you don't feel odd. Okay, I try to make them different. So this one I don't want. Okay, I insert another equation. And I tell you this is what I want for this particular. Okay, so 1.1. And just now the text just now was actually not, this 1.1 is actually referring to this one. Okay, so what you need to do is you select this, okay? Of course, right click and update field, then it become 1.2. That is, of course, right? But then you say, takkan I one by one go and search in 300 pages of my PhD thesis to actually change one by one, become 1.1, become 1.2. Of course, you're not going to do that. What you do is highlight them, okay? Go to this home tab, okay? Editing, go down. Can you see this select? Okay, Again, they have another arrow. Select all text with similar formatting. All text with similar formatting. So you select. So then they will select whatever text with similar formatting throughout your 300 pages of PhD thesis or master thesis or even FYP if you have 300. Then they have selected. And then you just right click, update field. Can you see this one become 1.2? Can you see that? Can you see it become 1.2? So it will be automatically updated. So if you can start from every single chapter that you are working on, then you will later don't have any problems. Okay, right. Okay, now, so now we are in chapter 1. Let's say I save this document as chapter 1. Let's say I save as chapter 1. Of course, save as, I no need to show you what it means by save as, because I just need to save. So just give me some time. Chapter 1. Okay, save. Okay, and then I create the same chapter as this, called chapter 2. Okay, means I create another document, same chapter 2. Okay, save. Yes, replacing. Okay, now, okay, why am I doing that is, okay, now I'm going to open chapter 1, close chapter 2. Okay. Okay, this is chapter 1. Can you see the heading here? It's chapter 1 and I close chapter 2. Okay, why am I doing that? Is because, okay, in every single chapter, now you are in chapter 3. Do you need to actually name it as chapter 3? Actually, you do not need to. Do you need to actually put it as 3.1, 3.2, 3.3 in advance? No need. Because if you are working at a PhD thesis or master thesis or even undergraduate thesis, you are going to combine the different chapter. Of course, I assume, this is my assumption, that you are going to let your supervisor correct chapter by chapter, not in one go, right? So now this chapter you just put as such, and then second chapter as such, because, okay, now I'm going to combine the chapter. Okay, now it's chapter 1, I'm going to combine chapter 2, just now I created, right? And see if they can automatically update it themselves for all this 1.1, table 1.2, whatsoever. Okay, let us do that. How am I going to do that is, I am going to tell this document where am I going to put chapter 2, right? Okay, because I have chapter 2 in another file, right? So let's say I would like to put it here, right? Here, and go to the layout. Okay, pay attention. This will save you a lot of work. Go to the layout. Okay, go to break page, not page, break section. Okay, this is going to save you a lot of work. Break the section. Okay, break it, and you are in that section. So now, how do you know that yourself is in a different section? You can double click the footer and header. Can you see section 2? I'm not sure if my screen is so small. Section 2 here, can you see that? And in the first is section 1. As long as you apply, okay, break page, okay, but you have to break next page, the section, so that the section, they are not associated to each other, or if they are associated to each other, they are waiting for your instruction to say, right? Okay, so now I'm going to insert chapter 2 here. Okay, chapter 2. Where is chapter 2? I go to insert. And how are you going to insert chapter 2 here? Usually you will go to open your chapter 2, copy everything. Of course, you are people who are knowing what is mean by select all, Control A, and then select Control V, then you are good to go. Okay, you can do that. Okay, if those of you who don't know what it means by Control A and you need to use your cursor from up to down and then waiting while drinking your coffee just to highlight all, then you have to listen to me. Okay, okay, now insert and go here. Can you see object? Okay, and go for text. Okay, insert text from file. Okay, now I'm going to look for my chapter 2. I'm not sure if I have saved in the right place that I want to put. Let's just check. Is that the chapter 2 that I was working on? Never mind, I just insert. Okay, so this is the file of chapter 2 I insert. Okay, waiting for chapter 2. Okay, if you realize the chapter 2 just now was actually chapter 1, that I never change anything when I save as chapter 2. But when they enter into this document as chapter 2, they will change everything into chapter 2, right? Can you see chapter 2 here? 2.1 here, they change automatically. Of course, figure table later I tell you, and the equation later I tell you, right? Okay, so now figure, again, same thing happens to this is you select this, all right? If you still remember what I said, just select this editing, okay? Then right click and update field, all right? So you can start to see the field is being updated 2.1, but this one of course is wrong because this one was not associated. Okay, we just take this, okay? So 2.1, 2.2, all right? Okay, we are good to go. And how about equation? So because equation is something, again, different, so they need to update as well. You just need to select the format, similar format. This is particularly very useful for those who have 300 pages or above. Okay, so it becomes 2.2. Can you see that? Okay, same happened to here. Okay, but at least it is less to update this. This one was not updated. I think this one still recognize the above as the original equation, but it doesn't matter because I choose exactly the same document. Okay, so anyway, when you need to update or you just cross-reference, now let's say I cross-reference, insert now, cross-reference, references, cross-reference it. Okay, equation, I want equation 2.2 to be here, and then I insert. Okay. Okay, and then close, and that's it, right? Okay, so we are up to this point. We know what we are doing with chapter 1, chapter 2, and then they are automatically when you can add this, combine these two files. Okay, makes full use of copy and paste. When you already have the format, you just copy and paste from chapter 1 to chapter 2. So you use the same file so that this format that you use, they can be carried over to this format. Okay, if you are using always a different one, of course, when you combine, they will start to tell you, error, and error, right? Okay, so now, let's say I have done with a list of number, blah, blah, blah. What I need to do is this table of content, okay? Table of content. Let us do that. Yeah. Table of content. Right. Okay, now table of content. So when you go to table of content, again, you stay in the reference tab. For those of you who need to write thesis, references tab is very important for you because you are going to insert table of content here. Can you see? All right. Okay. Of course, they have all this predefined way of doing, but go for custom content because your own IPS or your own coordinator will have their own way of asking for this table of content. And if I'm not mistaken, for the FYP currently, you do not need this tab leader, so none. Okay, you don't want the line to be there. Okay, and then show level. If you still remember that I say chapter 1 is first level, 1.1 is level 2, 1.1.1 is level 3. Of course, you can have 1.1.1.1 level 4, right? So you can say I want to show up to level 4. And usually for USM, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 3 or 4. For PhD or master, can you please go and check whether it's 3 or 4? For my own thesis experience, I shows up to 4. Okay, means 1.1.1.1. If subsequent from 4, then it will be 1.1.1.1a, 1.1.1.1b, like that. That is how I see and I read most of the USM thesis this way. So if we are happy with that, then let us okay and insert the table of contents. See how it looks like. So can you see the table of content is automatically being inserted? I think this really saved a lot of time. I'm not sure if you feel the same. Of course, those who are FYP, maybe you will not feeling the same because you think your FYP is very short, huh? But for PhD or master, I think this you will need to really pay more attention on this. Okay, and then of course you put table of content this. Okay, let's say today I am going to change introduction, whatever level that you are going to change. Okay, in you know your supervisor like to change thing, right? After they change, what you will need to do is just go to your table of content and right click, update the field. You update it. You can have two options. Either you update the page number only or update the entire table. If your document is all very nicely written, all the linkage, all the cross-reference is well done, you can update the entire table because it's all well connected. But at some point, you know, last time I did update page number only because, you know, I'm not happy with this word. Then I add A here, I add something here so that they are not going to change here, whatever I add here. So this is how I did. Okay, so this is table of content. So how about list of figure? List of figure. If you still remember, the way that we do the figure and table are all by automatically labeling and associated with this chapter. So what we can do is we can do the same for list of figure like what we did for table of content. So references, okay, you go to, let me, you know, I don't know, somehow I cannot find where is my insert table, but can you see this search tab? Okay, just insert table, this one, okay, table of figure, okay, right, they will open up the same, exactly the same way of a dialog box that shows for table of content. If you can see table content here, so same thing, you have to look at your what do you call format by, let's say, Dr. Suryani or IPS, and then I think theirs is not having this. Okay, again, they are asking you list of what is the label that you are looking at. Of course, it's figure, okay, because this is a list of figure. And then anything to modify? Is there nothing new? Okay, 11, what do you call? You can always change here if you have your IPS asking for 12 font and things like that, you can change here. Okay, then you just click and okay. Then list of figure is here. Figure 1.1, the graduated student is in page number 1. Figure 2.1 is in page number 3. But again, just now I'm trying to get rid of this dotted line, but it's still there. Let me do again. Insert table of, insert, where's table figure? Yeah, right, this one. Yeah, why they are still here? Okay, so I insert, not equation, figure. Oh, okay, yeah, figure. So I do. Yes, replace. Yeah, can you see that? There is no this dotted line anymore because this is not required. Okay, same happens to list of table. Same, exactly the same. Okay. So, but what are you going? If your ribbon doesn't show, then you can find like how I did. Insert table. Okay. Okay, it's because you can always choose from here. So table, right? Okay, and just okay. So we will have table. And what about equation? Same thing, okay? Same thing. I'm just a little bit nagging here to just tell you again and again so that those who coming late can have a look. Okay, equation, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay, now we are quite good to go, huh? Okay. So let's say here table of content, I want to be in one page, okay? List of figure, I want to be in another page. I don't want to be same page. Again, go to layout. Please jot down, this is going to save a lot of your time. Layout, break. Don't break page, break section. Remember, break section. This one, again, break section. Again, list of equations, same thing. List of equation, break section. Okay, right? And also chapter 1, I break the session. There is a reason why I do so, and I will let you know in a very, very short while. Okay, now we have chapter 2, chapter 3, and then we have this blah, 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 right? Okay, happy? Happy, yeah? Okay, now we are happy. You know, the big hassle of doing all this is always the page number at the end of the day. After your supervisor has said, don't want this figure, don't want that figure, all your page number run, all your alignment run, all your table figure all run. You know who actually make your life miserable? Actually, it's yourself, because you don't learn all this. Huh? Okay, so what you should do is insert page number, something very easy and everyone have actually know about it, but I'm not sure if you know about what am I going to say later. Okay, so let's say I insert the one at top corner, okay, top right corner. So you can see my table of content is page number 1, and this one number 2, and then number 3, number 4. But if you look at your, what you call, if you look at the guidelines sent by Dr. Suryani, she doesn't want to have number 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 Roman in table of content. Okay, then we change. Okay, what we change? Okay, we try to change format page number. Okay, it wants to be this one, like this I, 2I, 3I. Okay, all right, we use this. Yeah, you are good at this now. And how about this one? Can you see here? This one also same. Okay. If you remember, if you realize, if we break the section, whatever we change from first page is not going to link to another page, okay? Unless you ask them, means they are waiting for instruction to ask, okay? So now we do this, right? So it's page 2. I think this one also not changed, yeah. Okay, you can always link to previous, okay? Yes. Just change, I think. That is much easier than link to previous. Okay, change the page number into this. Okay, just press OK, and list of equations, same thing. Page is, I don't know why is that called, I forget already. Okay, this one, all right? And then your first chapter, of course, it is going to be a different page all over again, right? So you do not want them to link to previous, say no to them, no, okay? So you unclick the link to previous, means they are not going to link to previous, or if you click link to previous, they are going to link to previous anyway, right? So you can ask them that I would like to restart at 1, okay? Start at 1, okay? Start again. Okay, so you can see now, okay, this is 1, okay, and this one is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is always the hassle that most of the students facing, because they will rather go and print 1 by 1 table of content, list of figure, and then combine themselves at a hard copy, then only they change. But no, you can do that in 1 document and send only 1 PDF, right? Later. And this is important to know. For example, now I'm going to add, this is chapter 1. Sometimes I like to have fancy label on top, chapter introduction, okay? I like to have fancy label of this. So observe. Okay, now if you see this page and this page is, you know, linked together, okay? And let us go to up. Yeah, they are not there because they are not chapter 1. But the thing is, funny thing is, you see here, this page and this page, they are same, but this is chapter 1, this is chapter 2. I don't want them to be the same. What I need to do is just unclick this link to previous. Can you see this one? Don't link to previous. Ask them, don't link to previous. Click that. So they don't. And then here you can freely change without changing the first page. Okay. Okay, so now you can freely change it. Sorry, a bit hang. Without changing the first page. Okay. Yes. All right. What else I have not tell? I have a checklist of what I need to tell you. Yeah, I think for the the whole Word file, this is what I would like to tell. Do you have any question? I open to anyone if you have any question.
Yeah,
No, very clear.
There are one question from Sarmat Abbas. Which Office version are you using?
Okay, right. Well, I graduated in 2013. Okay. However, this Office is 2010, if I'm not mistaken. This one is, sorry, it's the Microsoft 365. The Microsoft 365. Okay. So it was that one. And also EndNotes. Can you look at this EndNote X7? All right. I'm not sure how many of you having using EndNotes. All right. If you so happen do not have any EndNotes program, we can ask Dr. Izato to post in the chat box. I have uploaded one EndNotes program together with the license in this Google Drive. You can download. Okay, why am I still using X7 when now EndNotes already go up to X9, I think? Okay, version number 9. The reason being, I face problem with X9. Okay, when I do X9, sometimes it appears, sometimes it doesn't appear. So then I start to be, I uninstall and I get X7 again, because X7 so far is the most stable one. Okay, I think Dr. Izato will share with you the link for this EndNotes. Okay, and one thing is, funny thing is like this. Okay, if now we are talking about thesis, right? If you're talking about paper, sometime you send to your supervisor say, no, add this, add that, cut this, cut that, right? Then after come back to you, then you say, oh, my EndNotes all again, run away, blah, 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 whatever you like. And then you start to don't know which version are you working on, or sometimes your supervisor is telling you, can you help me to check this work of my FYP, for example? And then you are going to ask the FYP to send you all the EndNotes? No. Can you see this EndNote tab now? Am I showing now? There is something called export to EndNote. Any references that has been cited inside a document that you do not have the library. Now you do not have that library, but it already cited there. If they send you the raw file in the Microsoft Office, you can always export, okay? When you export, you only export the EndNote belongs to that document. So you don't have, a lot of messy, 500 references in one EndNotes. You have different nice file that is copying for different paper. So you can try to make use of this function. After you click the export, they will ask you want to save as which name? FYP number 1. Yeah, FYP number 2, if you are correcting your FYP, or if the FYP is actually creating too many different EndNotes library, you can also do that. Okay, so this is how you can play with this function of the Microsoft. Of course, EndNotes itself serve very, we need another workshop for EndNotes itself if you really need. But briefly, okay. If you need to insert, now I am going to insert one reference. Can you see insert citation? I go to my EndNotes, I already install insert citation. I just insert whatever. Okay, and then you need to find, oh, my EndNote is waiting for me to approve first. Okay, right, okay, approve. Okay, insert citation. Sorry, a bit slow. Okay, I insert this one, right? And then I insert here. Okay. Not sure if they are okay. Can you see? Sorry, my screen is so small. Right. Can you see this one? Okay. So now this one is obviously my EndNotes is like having problem of understanding what I might want and all this thing. Okay. What I tell them is update citation and bibliography so that it become normal. It looks like the normal EndNotes later. The blah, blah, blah is a workshop element. I don't know what they. Oh, they asked me to get rid of this because EndNote cannot recognize that. Okay, sorry, EndNote. They still cannot recognize. Oh, because I have two, right? Because I have two files using this this what you call this sign. You know, sometimes this software is like that. They will start to read you. Yeah, can you see here? It cannot stand that I have this within. So never mind. So I changed for him. Still, I don't know where am I now. Anyway, so anyway, to insert EndNote, I think is very easy. Just click and then you just insert, and then it will automatically appear in the, you know, list of references. You know, later EndNotes, they will have the references list here, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Again, automatically, like what we did for the list of figure and list of table. Okay. What else am I missing? Let me see. Extract and okay, insert. Okay, one more function that you may think you don't know that your supervisor has forget to actually turn on the track changes. Turn on, meaning that they will tell you where they are correcting and where you need your attention. If your supervisor have forget about it and just change, and you would like to learn instead of him changing or her changing, what you can do is compare document. Okay, you go to compare document. Yeah, this function. Okay, I think it is in maybe view or review, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Review, I think review. Yeah, can you see here? Review, compare document, right? So you compare two documents, okay? The one that you have original, the one that you send to the supervisor, you compare them, and then they will automatically save as track changes. They will tell you what your supervisor has changed, which one he crossed, all these kind of things. So that is also a very useful function. If you really feel annoying and you want to see it by yourself, how to learn from your supervisor, how he or she change for you. Okay, and do you need me to show you the compare? No need, right? You just put it together. It looks like the track changes like normal with normal track changes way of seeing like this. Now it's track changes. Track changes means whatever I add, okay, it will turn as red. Whatever I cross, it will turn as also red being crossed. Okay, so what you need to do is just right click. One courtesy that I want you to know, or whoever here, that there is some kind of unspoken rules that you need to have some courtesy in terms of after your supervisor has changed for you. Okay, for example, this one. So it's for you to know that, oh, this one is not necessary. This sentence is really no need. Okay, what you need to do is when you send back to your supervisor for second revision, you are not going to leave it there. Your supervisor just tell you, okay, now we remove, understand? Then yourself, if you already reading it and think, yes, understand, you just accept it and then get rid of it. Don't send the same thing that your supervisor has already crossed to your supervisor and see. Sorry, I'm not talking about my student, not talking about you, student, right? Talking about previous student, right? So this is what I feel some courtesy that you may want to take care of. Anything else? I think nothing else that I want to say.
Dr. Chan,
yes.
There is one question from Deviga. She or he said, I have tried EndNote, but it's easily corrupted. Is there any way to avoid that?
Easily corrupted. I have Devi, I have not experienced any corrupted on EndNotes. If it's corrupted, you can uninstall and reinstall again, like your computer having problem, shut down again and turn on again. I think that is the only thing I can say, because I'm just sharing based on experience. Yeah, I'm not. Of course, you can try manually. If there are some people say manually is better, right? So you can try that also. Otherwise, please use the link that Dr. Izato shared to everyone about this EndNotes X7. This one has been always good and stable. Okay. Any more question?
So there are one more question from Sharmat Abbas. How to delete EndNote from Office?
How to delete?
I think uninstall.
Uninstall, then is any computer software the way you uninstall. Okay, if you want to delete, for example, now I have
uninstall the EndNote.
Uninstall the EndNote. I think just go to control panel and then uninstall any, like normal uninstall any program. Let's say now I go to EndNote now. Are you looking at my screen right now?
Yes, yes.
Can you see? Yeah, can you see uninstall here? Yeah, just uninstall, click. Right? Yeah, so just uninstall from here. Go to your search button and then just click from here, right? And if you want to unformat it, there is a way to do it, okay? In the EndNote itself, can you see the last, the second box here? This small, tiny arrow, you click on it, okay? I think you can unlink, if I'm not mistaken. This is the layout, like how single format whatsoever. You can make it unformat if I'm not mistaken, but I cannot see where is the unformatting. I think here, convert to, can you see here? Convert to unformatted citation, meaning that convert to unformatted citation, meaning that I don't want to, even though I have everything linked, now I don't want to link. I don't want to link the EndNote, then that is convert. Okay, to share how to make one page landscape in the middle of portrait. Okay. So let's say now is okay, now we are portrait. Now I want to share a bit, turn this one into landscape, chapter 1 into landscape. Go to again layout, okay, orientation. Go to this tiny arrow, click on it, right? And landscape, but you have to choose here, apply to this point forward, okay, this point forward. Okay, now I apply, right? Okay. Wait, okay. So now everything from this point forward is landscape. Let me just turn off my track changes first. Where's my track changes? Is in review. Okay, turn off. Right. So now this is landscape. The rest is portrait. Okay, but the next page is also landscape. So I only want chapter 1 to be this page to be landscape, the next page not. So I do the same thing on the next page. Okay, this small arrow. Okay. And then portrait. Okay, again, this point forward. Okay. And okay. So you will see the landscape is only in the middle. Can you see? And then the rest is portrait.
So we have
I think
another question from Mozi.
Yeah.
Good day, doctor. Can you share how to insert caption for picture or table according to the chapter? I think you showed it already.
Yeah, I showed it already. Maybe they come in late, is it?
Yes, yes.
Right. I can show it a little bit very quickly again. So let's say this is the picture I have. Okay. Right click, insert caption. Okay. And go to numbering. Samad, go to numbering. And then include chapter number. Can you see include chapter number? After you have included, okay, and then, oh, sorry, this is equation. I want to be figure. Numbering, include chapter number, and then okay, and then just click okay, it will come up. Right? So now it's 1.1 like this. Is that okay? Whoever questioned this?
Maybe a quick demo on how to insert, starting from how to insert.
Sorry, Dr. Izato, I cannot hear you. Is it me?
Maybe you show again a quick one, how to insert a picture and show how to insert caption for the picture again. Can you hear
picture
me?
And this one.
Insert a new picture and then insert a new caption for that picture.
Okay, right. So I insert a new picture, is it?
Yes, yes.
Right. Well, okay. Transfer Zoom. Okay, insert any picture. Okay, and then here again is the same thing, insert caption. All right. Again, go to numbering, include the chapter. If you are not including, then you okay, it will be like that. Okay, Mozi. If you are including, go to number, just include it, and then just okay, and then it will be 1.1. This is done. This is done 3. Okay, like that. Is that okay? Okay, let's say now we have insert 1.1, 1.2, a lot of picture, right? We go back to our list of figure and list of picture. Just update them. Right, this one. Let us update. Update field, right? Entire table. Okay, can you see that? So we have things automatically done, right? I hope this is helpful because I have seen a student doing everything manually. I don't know how they are going to do it for 300 pages. Even for 40 pages is a lot. Any more questions? I think we are quite efficient. Huh?
Yes, we cover a lot within 1 hour.
Any more question? If there's no, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thanks everyone for coming. I hope this really helps. I will try to get the recorded version. Please fill in this Google form to get your certificates, and also we will really treasure a lot with your feedback, right? And then see how we are going to improve. If you can also suggest which kind is the area that I should cover in the future workshop, because we may look into Excel, EndNotes, and also PowerPoint. We will actually have more, right? Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Back to
me, yeah. Okay.
Dr. Cannot hear you.
Okay. Oh, you cannot hear me? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Chan, for the very helpful information and knowledge that you share with us. Sometimes some of the demonstration, I need to recall back what I have done before. So I hope the participant can also be beneficial to you all in order to prepare your thesis or your final project or your report. So for the recorded video, I will email to you later lah. And please fill the form if you want.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, please fill the form if you want the recorded video. Thank you so much, everyone. Give a big clap to Dr. Chan. Okay. We can end our. Thank you. We can end our session here. Thank you very much, Dr. Chan, and thank you very much for all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Izato.